Hello and welcome to the channel. In today's video I'll be sharing with you a requested video of how to cut this stylish basque gown with lacing bar at the back. So this dress is from Style by K. So to start, this is my pattern paper and I've gone ahead to mark out all my basic measurements for this dress. First, we'll be cutting the upper part, and the total length of my dress is 50. So now you're going to mark your shoulder to bust, shoulder to under bust, and you're going to be adding your basque length of 4 to 5 inches for your dress. So now first we are going to work on the upper part of the dress, which is my shoulder to waistline, and my shoulder to waistline is 17. So the additional basque length is not included in the actual length of the dress. So now I'll mark my shoulder divided by 2, and I added half because this dress has a sleeve, and I'll come down by 1 inch. Before going ahead, I'll mark my neckline of 3 inches and I'll place my ruler. I'll go ahead to draw my shoulder slope. Next is to find your chest line, which is your bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. Mine is 7 and I will rule a line there. Your bust line is also your armhole line. So after this, I'll go ahead to mark what I have on the shoulder, which is my shoulder divided by 2 plus half, and I'll go ahead to connect, drawing a straight line. After I'm done drawing this out, I'll go ahead to divide my armhole into 2 to create my armhole curve, and I will mark from that midpoint. I'll come in by ½ inch, and from that point I'll go down to my armhole line and mark my bust circumference divided by 4. My bust is 33 divided by 4. I have roughly 8.3 inches. So from that point, I'll connect it to the ½ inch at the armhole and to the upper part of the pattern. So after I'm done connecting this, the next step is to go ahead to insert my measurement. So looking at the pattern, you will notice that there is no dart included at the lower part. So I'll mark my bust circumference divided by 4 and add my sewing allowance. So for your sewing allowance, you can use up to 2 inches. I'll mark my under bust circumference divided by 4, mark my sewing allowance, mark my waist circumference divided by 4, mark my sewing allowance. You can also take down the same measurement at you have at your waist down to your basque, or you can go ahead to leave it. So I left mine at my basque, sorry, at my waistline, because we are still going to cut out that basque area. And now I'm going to go ahead to connect. So now, to draw out my basque, I'm going to connect from the waistline all the way down to the basque length of the dress. So if you don't want to mark it this way, you can go in by 1 inch after your waistline and you go ahead to connect. So after you're done marking that, you want to go ahead mark your neckline. So you can use 5.5 to 6 inches, or you can also use 7 inches. It totally depends on how deep you want your neckline, and I'll connect the V neckline of the dress. So now the next step is to work on the upper part of this dress. So you can mark your chest line or just come up by ½ inch to create a little slanty curve in front, and also connect it back to your chest line or armhole. So this is the yoke part and this is the body of the dress. So after I'm done marking this, I'll go ahead to cut this out, and I'll be using it to cut out the back pattern of my dress. After I'm done cutting out, I went ahead to mark my zipper line. This is for the back pattern. You're going to mark your zipper line of 1.5 inches or 2 inches sewing allowance. Now you're going to place your front pattern on this. The reason why I'm using my front pattern to cut out the back pattern is because of the basque effect at the back part of the dress. You want it also to be the same. Now I'll just go ahead and trace this all the way around. So when you're marking it, make sure that the lower part of the zipper is straight. And now I'll just go ahead to trace what I have all the way around at the body and also at the armhole. So now for the neckline, I'm going to use 1.5 inches and I'll connect it to the neckline of the dress. So, and I'll go ahead to cut out. After cutting out, make a mark at your chest line also, because you'll be using that point as a reference point on this dress. After this, I'll just go ahead and cut out the yoke for the front part. So now you're going to turn this with your lining, and when you're cutting, your fabric should be on fold also. So after you're done turning the upper part with your lining, you're also going to place your yoke in between the main fabric of the lower part of your dress and the lining. So now I marked a straight line from the chest line to that point. I marked at the chest line going towards the zipper. So you can leave yours this way, or you can decide to create like a little curve. So I went up by 1 inch and I connected it back to the chest line, and I'll go ahead to cut this out. So after I'm done cutting out, you notice at the back of the dress we have a loop. So you want to divide your back pattern into two. So to divide, I'm using my nipple to nipple divided by 2. My nipple to nipple is 7 inches divided by 2. I have 3.5, and I'll make a mark at that point, and then I'll go ahead to connect. After connecting, you're going to cut this out, and make sure that when you're using this pattern to cut your dress, you're actually going to add ½ inch in front of both pattern to create your joining allowance. So after that, you want to make a loop and attach on one side of your pattern. So after you're done attaching the loop, you're going to place the other side and you're going to join with ½ inch. Then after joining, you're going to use that one pattern to cut out the lining for the back. So if you have any question also, please leave it at the comment section, and then you're going to join the back pattern and the front pattern together. So for the lower part of this dress, like I said at the beginning of the video, the total length of my dress is 50 and my shoulder to waist is 17, and we added basque to the dress. So now to cut the lower part, you're going to start from 17 inches and not the basque. The basque is just an additional design in front of your dress. So what you're going to do now is 50 inches minus 17 inches. So the total length of the gown remaining is 33 inches. So if you add 33 to 17, you will have 50 inches. So with that 33 inches length, you need about 3 yards of fabric that is about 33 inches, and you're going to use it to gather or sew the lower part of your dress. That means for my dress, I'll be cutting out 3 yards by 33 inches of length, and I'll use it to sew the gathered lower part of this dress. So I also forgot to mention that at the back part of the dress, you're going to mark out about ½ inch. This is to get rid of any bulginess at the back of the dress to make it relax very well. So after cutting it, our back pattern is ready, and we'll be moving over to the sleeve. So here is my starting point, and here is my shoulder to elbow point. From there is the total length of my sleeve. So I'm using 24 inches. Go ahead to measure what is okay for you. So unfold for this sleeve, it is a trumpet sleeve. You can use up to 10 to 15 inches on fold. So if you want to make it more flowy, you can use 15 inches, that is 30 inches. Then 10 inches on fold, giving you 20 inches. So now I'm going to go ahead to mark my sleeve cap height. To get that is your bust circumference divided by 12 plus 0.5. Mine is 3.25. I'll draw a line at this point and I'll extend it. So after I'm done drawing this, the next step I'll take is to go ahead to insert my armhole circumference divided by 2 at that point. Mine is 16 divided by 2. I have 8, and I marked at that point. So now connect from that point to your starting line. Go ahead to fold your tape into 2 and mark. From this point, divide it again into 2. And from this point you divided into 2, go up by ½ inch. Now from this point to the other point, fold your tape into 2 and mark. Come down by ½ inch, and from that point you're going to connect your pattern from the starting point to the first ½ inch you went up to the midpoint, and from that midpoint you're going to connect it to the ½ inch below and to your armhole circumference. So this is my armhole curve, and you want to go ahead to add ½ inch to the upper part for joining allowance. So from this point you're going to connect all the way to the tip of your pattern paper this way, creating a trumpet sleeve. So this is the easiest method to cut out your trumpet sleeve. So with this, we have come to the end of today's tutorial. Also join us in our next video. Thanks.